Sarah signs a PCP deal on a brand new Ford Puma. David takes a personal loan and buys the exact same car. They both think they made the smarter choice. They're both wrong, because neither of them ran the actual numbers, and when you do, the gap is way bigger than either of them expected. Let's keep this fair. Sarah and David both want the same car, a brand new Ford Puma, £28,000. Same model, same trim, same colour, same dealership, same day. The only difference is what they sign. Sarah signs a 36-month PCP deal, £2,800 deposit, £375 a month. The finance manager tells her she's getting a great deal. Low monthly, brand new car, full manufacturer warranty, and in 3 years she can hand the keys back and walk away. Simple, clean, no strings attached. At least that's how it sounds. David takes a personal loan.
£3,000 deposit. He borrows £25,000 at 7.5% APR over 5 years. His monthly payment is £501. That's £126 more than Sarah every single month. The finance manager doesn't need to say anything. David can feel that gap already. On day 1, Sarah's payment is lower. Her car is shiny and she's driving off the forecourt feeling like she got the better deal. But there's something Sarah doesn't realise yet. The structure of her deal is fundamentally different from David's, in a way that goes far beyond the monthly payment. Every pound David spends is buying him a piece of something. Every pound Sarah spends is renting a piece of something, and that distinction over time is worth thousands. For 3 years, Sarah is living the dream. Brand new car smell, full manufacturer warranty. Something goes wrong mechanically? Covered. Needs new brake pads? Covered. AC dies in August?
Covered. Sarah's only costs are her PCP payment, insurance, and fuel. No surprises, no large repair bills landing out of nowhere. David? Different story. He's paying £501 every month and watching his car lose value in real time. The moment he drove off the forecourt, his £28,000 car was worth around £24,000. By end of year 1, it's worth about £21,000. By year 2, maybe £18,000. Meanwhile, his loan balance is still sitting at around £20,000. That means for the first 2 years, David owes more than his car is worth. That's called being underwater, and it feels terrible. Every payment feels like it's going into a hole. Sarah can see it. Everyone around David can see it. And the verdict seems obvious. Sarah made the smart call. Let's run the actual numbers through year 3. Sarah has paid £2,800 down, plus 36 months at £375. That's £16,300 total.
David has paid £3,000 down, plus 36 months at £501. That's £21,036 total. Sarah has spent nearly £5,000 less than David. On paper, Sarah is winning. But year 3 is where the story takes a turn. Sarah's PCP contract is up. She drives back to the dealership. 3 options. Option 1, pay the balloon, the guaranteed future value, set at £12,000. Total to own the car, £28,300. Option 2, hand the keys back and walk away. Nothing. No car, no equity. That's £16,300 she's already paid? Gone. Option 3, sign a new PCP and start the whole cycle again. Sarah does what most PCP drivers do. She rolls over. New car, new contract, another deposit, another 36 months of payments, another balloon at the end. The odometer resets, the payment counter doesn't. Now look at David. He's 36 months into a 60-month loan, 24 payments left. Frustrating.
But here's the difference. David has an end date. It's circled on his calendar. Every payment David makes brings him one step closer to owning that car outright. Every payment Sarah makes brings her one step closer to giving the car back and starting over. This is the fundamental difference between PCP and buying that the monthly payment conversation completely hides. One is a conveyor belt, the other has a finish line. Month 60. David makes his final payment. That's it. Done. The car is his. Title in his name. No more monthly payments. From this point, David's only car costs are insurance, fuel, and maintenance. For a typical family car, that runs around £70 to £100 a month once you know it well. Sarah, still paying £375 every month. She doesn't think about it much. It's just become part of life. That's the danger of PCP.
It normalizes a permanent car payment.
It becomes background noise, but background noise still costs money. Let's check the scoreboard at the end of year 6. Sarah has now completed 2 full PCP cycles. Total spend, £2,800 deposit, £13,500 in payments, £2,800 deposit again, £13,500 in payments again. That's £32,600. She owns nothing. No asset, no title, just receipts. David has spent £3,000 down plus £30,060 in loan payments. That's £33,060. But he now has 0 monthly payments and owns a car worth approximately £9,000 to £11,000. Subtract that asset value from his total spend, and his effective cost is around £22,000 to £24,000. Sarah, £32,600 spent, 0 assets. David, roughly £23,000 effective cost and a car on his drive that he owns. The flip happened quietly, but it happened, and from here, every single month makes David's position stronger and Sarah's weaker.
The monthly payment is the number the finance manager puts in front of you. It's the number on the advert, on the website, written on the little card slid across the desk. What they don't slit across the desk is the list of conditions attached to that number. Mileage caps. Most PCP deals cap you at 8,000 to 10,000 miles a year. Sounds fine until your commute changes or you take a new job further away. Go over your allowance and you're paying per mile on return, often 8 to 15 pence per mile. Drive 3,000 miles over across 3 years, up to £450 on your final bill. You won't find out until it shows up like a surprise tax at the very end. Condition charges. When you return the car, the dealership inspects it. That scuff on the bumper from a tight car park.
The interior mark you'd forgotten about, the crack in the alloy, all billable. And fair wear and tear is defined by the lender, not by you. What you consider normal, they may consider a £250 charge. Gap insurance. Before Sarah even left the forecourt, the finance manager offered her gap cover for £350 in case the car was written off and the payout didn't cover what she owed. What he didn't mention, under Section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act, paying the deposit on a credit card already gives significant protection. Gap insurance from a dealer is one of the highest margin products in the building. If you need it, buy it independently. It's a fraction of the price. Early exit. If Sarah's circumstances change mid-contract, she loses her job, needs a bigger car, moves city, getting out early is expensive and complicated. There's no simple exit.
She's locked in. These costs don't appear in the £375 payment, but they all appear eventually, on your final bill, in your condition report, or in a fee you never budgeted for. If I only showed you the downsides of PCP, I wouldn't be giving you the full picture. Buying has real costs that are easy to underplay. Once that manufacturer warranty expires, usually around year 3, everything is on you. Brakes wear out, tyres need replacing, the timing belt goes, and unlike Sarah's PCP car, there's no one to call. You're either paying the mechanic or learning to fix it yourself. For a typical family car, maintenance averages £800 to £1,200 a year once you're past warranty. Some years it's just a service and new wiper blades. Other years it's a £1,500 repair that ruins your month. And depreciation is real.
David's £28,000 car is worth £18,000 after 2 years, maybe £11,000 after 5. That value didn't go anywhere useful, but depreciation slows dramatically after the first few years. A 5-year-old car loses value far more slowly than a brand new one. The longer you hold, the less depreciation hurts. Time is the buyer's best friend. Over 10 years, Sarah has gone through 3 to 4 PCP cycles. Each cycle costs a roughly £16,000 to £17,000 in deposits and payments, before any balloon or additional charges. Add in condition charges, mileage overages, and gap insurance across multiple contracts, and Sarah's 10-year spend lands somewhere between £55,000 and £65,000. At year 10, Sarah has no car. Well, she has a car, but it's not hers. It never was. David paid £33,060 for his loan. After that, roughly £10,000 in maintenance over the following 5 to 7 years.
Total 10-year spend, around £43,000 to £47,000. He still has a car on the drive, Older, sure, but worth £4,000 to £6,000 and fully paid for. When you net it out, David spent less and has an asset. Sarah spent more and has nothing. The gap over a decade is somewhere between £15,000 and £20,000 in David's favour. And that's just one car. Most people repeat this 3, 4, 5 times over their adult lives. Multiply that gap across a lifetime and you're looking at a staggering difference in wealth between someone who habitually PCPs and someone who buys and holds. I'd be lying if I said PCP never makes sense. There are situations where the numbers tilt in its favour. If you need a car for business and your accountant can structure the payments efficiently, the maths shifts. That's a conversation worth having.
If you drive a high-maintenance car, a luxury model where out-of-warranty repair bills are genuinely brutal, staying inside the warranty window has real value. A PCP on a BMW is a very different conversation from a PCP on a Ford Puma. And if you genuinely take the £126 you're saving versus David's loan and invest it into a stocks and shares ISA, averaging 8 to 10% annually, you could theoretically close the gap. But you have to actually do it. Be honest with yourself about whether you'd invest that money or just spend it. For the average person driving an average car, buying and holding wins. It's not the exciting answer. Nobody's posting about driving a paid-off Ford Puma, but the maths doesn't care about exciting. Sarah and David both walked into that dealership thinking they were making the smart play.
Sarah thought she was saving money. David thought he was building equity. Neither of them sat down and ran the numbers past month 1. The real trap isn't PCP, and it isn't buying. The real trap is making a £28,000 decision based on a monthly payment without asking what it costs you when it's all over. 3 things to do before you sign anything. 1. Calculate the total cost, deposit, all monthly payments and the balloon if you plan to keep the car. That's the real number. 2. Compare that total to a personal loan for the same car. The monthly is higher, but the total cost and the ownership structure may well be worth it. 3. Seriously consider buying 2 to 3 years used instead. Let someone else absorb the steepest depreciation. You get the same car for significantly less and own it outright from day 1.
Cars are one of the biggest financial decisions most people make, and the way they're sold is specifically designed to keep the total cost invisible. Now you can see it. Here at Monkey Finance, no suits, no jargon, just your money explained clearly. If this helped, hit subscribe. New videos every week covering the stuff that actually matters. And if you know someone looking at a new car right now, send them this. It might save them thousands. Until then, this is Monkey Finance. See you in the next one.